Retro handhelds are coming out left, right and centre, and with the recent release of the RG351MP being the best of the RK3326 chipset, what else could be around the corner and what ones are worth looking at? Well, I thought I'd dive deep into the handheld community and show you 7 of my personal favourite upcoming handhelds over the next few months. Some that will be released in 2021 and a couple that are dabbling in like early 2022. So sit back, relax, and let's take a look at what's coming up. And just take into consideration, we don't have specs for all of these as of yet. First is the upcoming RG552, made by the popular Chinese handheld manufacturer known as ANBERNIC. ANBERNIC have really upped their game over the last couple of years, but as you've seen from our reviews, much isn't changing in terms of specs and features. So it looks like they've heard what the community has had to say and are now working on a larger 5-inch handheld, which is rumoured to move away from the RK3326 chips, which is perfect. This is because handheld emulator enthusiasts finally want flawless Dreamcast, N64 and PSP emulation with the potential of dabbling on some GameCube. Clips have been leaked and it does look like the handheld is far bigger than their typical devices. ANBERNIC have also shown gameplay of God of War on PSP, and as you well know, God of War on PSP is pretty strenuous to emulate anyway, so perhaps this is the start of ANBERNIC's new line of handhelds. As of now, like many on this list, there is no official news of the specs, but in my opinion, it has to emulate N64, Dreamcast and PSP flawlessly to succeed. If it can't do that, then it's no better than 5-year-old handhelds for half the price. This is rumoured to release in December of this year, and it will feature a touchscreen too, so keep an eye on that. Powkiddy are pumping out more handhelds than I've had hot dinners, and I'm currently reviewing the X18S, which is their new clamshell handheld. So to have the Powkiddy A20 just around the corner really goes to show how much they're investing into the retro handheld scene. The only downfall with Powkiddy is that they rush their products a lot, and it shows. But the Powkiddy A20 looks to bring a more powerful chip for an affordable price. The A20 takes design features from the original Powkiddy A19, or also known as the Retroid Pocket, or also known as the Trader Pocket. They're all the same, but it will definitely intrigue those of you that like the vertical form factor in your handhelds. It comes with 6 buttons, making N64 gameplay more natural, 2 shoulder buttons at the back, a single analog stick, HDMI out, Bluetooth, and a 3.5-inch IPS display. Not only that, because of this slightly more powerful chip, it's likely to play Dreamcast and PSP games very well. It won't be the best quality, nor will it compete with ANBERNIC, but Powkiddy always price their products quite reasonably. They have also informed us that this is likely to release on October the 15th, which is probably when this video has been uploaded, so do check the description box below and we'll add a link once it's live. You may have heard of the Odin handheld. It's one I'm very excited about because it's just over $200 and comes with a Snapdragon processor that gives it the ability to possibly emulate GameCube and even PS2 games incredibly well. If that is true, then this will cause an incredible amount of competition on the affordable handheld market, something that has been long overdue. The Odin has been successfully backed by over 2,000 backers on Kickstarter and has raised over $500,000 in just a few weeks. Backers will receive their units just before Christmas and they'll be released to the public probably in early 2022. What makes this handheld great is the Android OS with the high-end specs, premium build quality, LED lighting and a whopping 6-inch display, all for an affordable price. Full specs have been released alongside video and marketing content, plus they're also releasing a dock that connects to your display that features N64 and GameCube controller ports so that you can play your favorite emulators with the authentic controllers. How cool is that? The team behind the handheld have also released it in 3 different models, the Lite, the Base and the Pro. Every upgrade comes with a power bump, more battery space and new colour variants. It's a great looking handheld and we can't wait to get ours towards the end of the year. I still am a little skeptical because many Kickstarters that do get funded end up falling through, but my fingers are crossed. Subscribe if you want to see our unboxing and the review in December. The KTR1 news came out of nowhere, and at first many thought it could be the new Retroid Pocket 3. But no, it turns out one single person is working on the KTR1 as a passion project coming to the public. What makes the KTR1 so interesting is not only the way it looks, but the fact that it will feature a Snapdragon 845 processor in a very compact form factor. It's rumored to have a 4.5-inch touchscreen display, up to 8GB of RAM, a 5000 mAh battery capacity, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Android 10. This to me just screams pocket power, and because it features stacked shoulder buttons, dual analog sticks, a great looking D-pad, and the possibility of a metal edition shell, I just had to feature it in this video. As of now, there's no rumours of release dates, nor are there any pricing leaks, and this is probably because the man behind it doesn't want to get people's hopes up just in case something goes wrong. Overall, it looks like a very compelling handheld, and if you're like us, a smaller screen isn't necessarily a bad thing. We're all about pocket power, and when it looks like this, it's hard not to be excited. We update our article regularly, so if you want more information about the KTR1, check out the links below. Due to the incredible popularity of the Retroid Pocket 2, it's no surprise that a Retroid Pocket 3 is on its way. But unfortunately, little information, images, or leaks have been revealed for this device. The only one is by a YouTuber known as AYN Odin, who has his hands on the packaging for the upcoming Retroid Pocket 3, and past leaks also show the original template for the handheld's designs. The leaked images show the device to feature a 5-inch screen alongside flared shoulder buttons just like the Retroid Pocket 2, mini HDMI out, USB-C charging, and more. It's likely that the Retroid Pocket 3 will be more powerful than the previous device and features Android 10, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, touchscreen, and hopefully a very competitive price. It's the first time in a while where the retro handheld scene is getting a little overpopulated, so only the devices that spark innovation and affordability will prevail, and from what we can tell, the Retroid Pocket team really like to price their devices well. As of now, this is all the information we have, and it's likely to be released in December or January. The Analogue Pocket is a handheld coming out this month that features FPGA technology. This basically means it will be able to run your old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance cartridges alongside adapters that give it the ability to also play Game Gear, Neo Geo Color, and Atari Lynx cartridges. It's a well-made, premium handheld packed full of the latest technology and with a primary goal of preserving gaming history. Unfortunately, due to Analogue's consistent lack of customer service and customer respect, they're starting to be hated by a lot of people in the community. They've pushed back the release date many of times now, and apparently it's actually going to launch this month. But as of now, and the upload of this video, there's still no news. But putting that aside, it genuinely looks like a great product for those that still want that organic feeling of collecting cartridges the old-fashioned way. Not only does the Analogue Pocket play your old games, but it can also act as a synthesizer too, which means absolutely nothing to me, but for those of you in the music scene, you might find it cool. Analogue have always made great products, and even though barely anyone has managed to secure the Analogue Pocket on pre-orders, and I dislike the way they work, you can't beat the build quality. Yes, it's not an emulator like others in the video, but it's a new and intriguing take on the old Game Boy, and that in itself is why I'm picking one up. When it releases. If it releases. And finally, last on our list, one that we found out about while writing the script for this video is called the Powkiddy RGB10 Max 2. Sounds familiar, right? Well, it should. The RGB10 Max is a handheld I reviewed not too long ago. It was one of the first 5-inch RK3326 handhelds on the scene, and it impressed us so much that I still use it to this day. Now, a few months on, Powkiddy are using that momentum to launch the Max 2. This was revealed on their YouTube community page a couple of days ago. From the images shown, it looks like they're redesigning the shell, added all white buttons, and added flared stacked shoulder buttons, which seems to be a trend recently. It's likely that the screen size and price will be similar to that of their previous RGB10, but it's also likely it will be a RK3326 chip also, because Powkiddy. If it does have a new chip, this could be a handheld to compete with the likes of the Retroid Pocket 3 and the RG552 from ANBERNIC. It all quite simply comes down to pricing. As of today, Powkiddy informed us that this will be released on the 11th of November, but didn't add any specs or pricings to the email. So those pictures there and the release date is all we had. What Powkiddy are good at is packaging up an affordable handheld with okay build quality and a pre-built OS that is easy to use for newcomers. And enthusiasts for that matter actually, making it easy to recommend to noobs in the scene. So there you have it, a look at 7 handhelds coming out in the next few months, which I am personally looking forward to. There are others just like the Steam Deck and stuff, but these are in the affordable price range and ones that I think you guys will be interested in. Whether they all come to fruition, I do not know, but there's definitely the likes of ANBERNIC, Powkiddy and the Odin handheld, which looks likely. So if you want to read more information about them, there are links below to our website in the description box below, and hit subscribe if you want to see even more content about the handhelds revealed in this video, because I hope to get my hands on every single one of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.